marker, wonderful story of Henry Sugar. Let's get right to action. What's going on, Alamo City Movie Talk fans? As always, I'm your host, Ryan D. aka Ryan Kingsley.
I'm Angela Ange.
And this is Alamo City Movie Talk. Movie Talk for movie fans, guys. You bring the movie world right into your ears, devices. Thank you for making us a part of your day. If you have not already, be sure to like, share, subscribe to us on our Alamo City Movie Talk page. Hit that subscribe button, guys. You know you want to help us get there. We are so close to 10,300 subscribers, man. It's been quite a journey for us, along with you guys. Thank you so much to our subscribers, our followers, and thank you for tuning into the show. All right, but let's get right to it. Angela, what are we talking about today?
So, Wes Anderson is back with another great film, but this time is more of a short film.
Yeah.
So today we are reviewing The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar.
Yes, guys, ladies and gentlemen, The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar tells of a chronicles of a variety of stories, but the main one follows Henry Sugar, who is able to see through objects and predict the future with the help of a book he stole. Let's get right to it. Obviously, this does star a really, really fantastic cast. Let me go on and say it. Benedict Cumberbatch.
Ooh, man, he sold me on that one.
Imitation Game. I mean, a lot of people know him from Doctor Strange, right? Let's be honest here. They do. Maybe so. For me, Star Trek Into Darkness, The Imitation Game has got to be one of the best roles he's done. Of course, he's played Smaug in the voice acting.
In Hobbit.
He's done a lot of work. Is a fantastic actor. He's done amazing work, amazing job. I mean, we would agree on this, right?
I think he's just great at everything he does. Like, he has such a good portfolio. Like I said, I know most people know him from Marvel, but he's done so many great works beside that.
The Power of Dog, Netflix. I mean, we could go nonstop. Yep. There's so many great. I mean, 1917. The Carrier. There's a lot of films that he's done. And I gotta say, A-list actor by all means necessary.
And he does star in this, but also the other cast in this film, short film, it's spectacular as well. You have Ralph Fiennes, Dev Patel, Ben Kingsley,
Academy Award winner Ben Kingsley.
I know it was so. I was like, whoa, what is he doing? All of Wes Anderson films have like a star-studded cast, right? It's just what he's known for. I think we had talked about it off screen at one point. Like, he just has a lot of friends. A lot of people want to be part of his work. So it's always going to be a great cast, and I expected nothing less. I think he did such a great job with the cast, and it showed. For being a short film, I was a little surprised because I know his films are a little bit on the shorter side, but this was 39 minutes. That was the runtime. Yeah. So it was kind of interesting to see how he was going to tell this story in that such short a time. And my gosh, did he tell it, and did they perform? It was pretty darn cool to see that.
I'm going to give you a metaphor, guys. All right, I'm going to tell you how good you're going to feel after watching this film. I'm going to tell you right now, guys, best metaphor out there. After you had a long day at work, and you shower. I had a long day at work, by the way, and I had to shower, and I had a great shower. You wash your body, had nice hot water, right? It relaxes you. Then as soon as you get out, you're like, oh yeah, relief, because the day's over. But it's gratitude. I was like pure excited to talk about this movie because it made me feel a whole heart. It made me feel like heart-filled a theater experience. Granted, we didn't see this in theater, but this was made by Netflix, which kind of sucks in a way, but I gotta say, I mean, I wish I would have saw this in the theater. There's movies. Recently we've been seeing a lot of movies. Prey is one. No One Could Save is another one where we wish we would have saw in theaters. Isn't that crazy? We're living at a time like this. Where we wish we would have saw movies in theaters, have that wonderful experience. But Benedict Cumberbatch, though, there's these scenes in here that are just so filtered, and Texas native Wes Anderson, by the way, guys. And if you have not, we say it all the time, right, Angela? We say it all the time. If you have not seen the Grand Budapest Hotel, put that phone away. Go watch that movie. That is a spectacular film. Or even Fantastic Mr. Fox as well. Isles of Dog is another one. There's so many good films that he's done, and this film, they always have that charm. I don't know. It's so
definitely
damn good.
Wes Anderson style. It's unmistakable. Yeah. The artsy vibe that you get from it, like it's unmistakable. It's recognizable. I think out of all of his films, I would say Grand Budapest is my favorite still. Yeah, definitely. There's just something special about that film. Yeah. So if you haven't seen any of his films, or maybe you just haven't seen that one, I definitely recommend checking that one first. Definitely. To get your toes wet, to kind of get you prepared into what
style.
You can expect what style it is.
Formula.
And if you love his films, you're gonna like this short film a lot because it's so much on point with what he does. It's so much on point with like his style. So I think the audience, if you're a fan of his work, you're gonna love this film.
Yeah, I know, definitely. There's so many moments in here where, we just got done seeing Asteroid City. There's so many moments in there where like the filters and everything, just Scarlett Johansson stars in there. That's a really great cast. We see a few stars in there from the Grand Budapest Hotel, and so you could just tell people like working with him. And even more so, you get to see the live narration as I'm staring down to this camera and as I glance. What if? And it's just there's so many of those moments to where I'm not gonna lie. At first, when you watch his films, you're going to be like, wait, they're narrating what they're thinking. They're narrating what's happening. Even though you're visually watching it, I never would have expected this. But this is cinema. This is artistic. And
it's some of the scenes, too. Like, it's not CGI. It's all, like, practical scenes. Props. Or even, like, cute little props and takeaways. Transitions are done amazing.
This one was a live, active set. And I loved how they were changing formation a lot in here when it comes down to like the screen. That's the thing too, is that the screenplay. This is written and directed by Wes Anderson, and you can just tell the huge passion he has for all his films. I love this because I have an expectation going to Wes Anderson. I do. Yes, I'm not gonna lie, I do. But that's not to say, at least when I go into watching a film by Wes Anderson, I expect cinema. I expect pure heartfulness. I expect sorrow because there is some sorrow. There's some sad moments. Maybe not on all his movies. Granted, there is some, and it hits you on the emotional level. It hits me on an emotional level on so many things. Whether it's relatable, whether it's not. I feel like you really create that. He creates this emotional grasp on human beings that I think it's very spontaneous. It's very great, spontaneous. It comes at random. I always try to predict his movies. I'm totally freaking wrong, and I freaking love it. I love being wrong on predicting the movies. I do. I love it. I'm not gonna lie. As much as like we say, oh, a movie's predictable because but I bet you this is gonna happen because it's annoying. It's like, what? We already seen that so many times. But knowing how this creative artist can really come about and make a 39 minute film, a short film, and just have the powerful cinema energy around it and still make it not even an hour long and still make it pure cinema. That's all I got to say. That's fantastic. I enjoyed this film. Ben Kingsley's great in here. Ralph Fiennes, he's great in here. Voldemort, I call him Voldemort because I know him. I know everyone knows him from so many other things, of course, but that's one of his standout roles. One of the other ones is, is Grand Budapest Hotel. And there's so many moments in here where you kind of get lost in the pure artwork. And you're following this story. And that's the thing, too, is that he's creating a story within a story that you follow and you care for. He makes you care for this. Story. It's like Inception all over again. I'm just kidding. But he definitely makes you care about every single part of the story. And that's the thing, too, is I do want to mention, he has so attention to detail.
Yes.
He really is. I love that about it. But yeah.
And it has a deeper meaning, too. I think a lot of his films have that takeaway. Mm-hmm. That's just it differs for every film, and I feel like this had a deeper meaning, deeper message, and I appreciate that. So I gotta say, overall, I think it's gonna be a film y'all will like. I enjoyed it so much.
I recommend this, guys. We do recommend this. This was based on, of course, the book, The Wonderful Story of Henry Sugar, written for us. The screenplay was written by Wes Anderson, so not story by, but it was
written for the film, written for the screen,
written for the book. But he wrote the screenplay. But all right, guys. Was this fun we deserved? Yes. Hell yes, it was. Rating 1 out of 10. Tell me the highest answer. I'm going to give this rating.
Oh.
Was this... Okay, let me ask you this. Because we don't like to compare short films, right? But because Asteroid City did come out this year, was this better than Asteroid City?
Yes.
Really?
I think so, yeah. Really? I got to say, I think it was. Just because it was such a captivating story. It was, like you say, kind of a little unpredictable. You thought it was going to go one way, did not go that way at all. No. And I liked it. Yeah. Again, I love the cast. I just can't talk enough good things about the cast. Great. So great. And
even the small roles, the supporting roles that we got in here from like, Ralph himself.
Like Ralph and Dev Patel. Like it's a lot of good
Oh,
cast.
Dev Patel, as the doctor. Man, he was great.
Yeah, again, it's just a great cast.
It's quirky, you know?
It's quirky, it's cute, artsy. So I gotta say, I think it was, in my opinion, better than Asteroid City. Not to say Asteroid City wasn't great. It's just, I think this was a little bit better. Yeah,
you know, I gotta admit, though, I really do. This, for me as well, I think this was a little bit better than Asteroid City. Not to give worse credit when credit is due, because they're both great cinema. You need to watch both these films. I do recommend watching both these films because they are both artwork. They're both great, pure cinema. And I feel like that's fading because people do not want to watch movies like this. Which sucks.
Again, you have to like that.
They want to watch Fast and Furious 11 or 12 or 15.
That's the thing, too. I always say with Wes Anderson films, it's a niche. You either like it or you don't.
Yeah.
So if you like his style, his films, you will like this film, I think. It's on point with what he does. Mm-hmm. Very recognizable. Yeah. If you don't like his films, if you don't like the way he does it, you probably will not like it. So again, I think it's a hit or miss. Like you say, some audience members probably won't care for this type of film.
But they care about Fast 15. I'm just kidding. But
I mean, we're almost there.
Right. Oh my God. I just don't understand it. Tell me why. But anyways, but enough said out of that. But you gave your rating, right?
I have not. I would give it a solid 8.5 because for being a short film, it told a lot of story. It was done in such a Wes Anderson type way, and I think he executed very well. Casted great, story was great. It flowed very well. Direction was well. For being a short film, I think it was done pretty exceptional. I'm
gonna have to agree with you as well. 8.5. There's a lot of moments in here where you get lost in this film, and I love it. It's so captivating. There's so many. I just emotionally, I'm in it to win it. You know, I'm in it in so many different ways here. Benedict Cumberbatch carries the film so spontaneously. Ben Kingsley as well does a great style of just pure acting in here, and he does it with just such grace, along with Benedict Cumberbatch. And
I know he's done like other films, but I will always remember him as being in Iron Man. I think 3.
Oh yeah,
3,
oh god,
where he's the actor.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I'll always remember him as that. I know he's done other stuff. I know, but that's just what pops in my head.
Okay, no, I got you. Yeah, we do recommend this movie, guys. Be sure to check this movie out along with the Grand Budapest Hotel. If you have not seen that, we do recommend that every single time we review a Wes Anderson film like this one, or just talk about Wes Anderson films in general. But do check this movie out be sure to check this movie out on Netflix. I was gonna say a theater review, but it's not a theater, guys. It's Netflix. But yeah, all right, without further ado, thank you so much for making us a part of your day. As always, I'm your host, Ryan D, Ryan 680.
I am Angela Tacalian, and it's pretty funny because the streaming services are coming out with some pretty good, interesting films this year.
Yeah, I would say right now that if this film, and I do expect it to be an Oscar, because there is a category for short film, I would expect this to be on there.
Oh, I hope so. It better.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Oh, and without further ado, thank you for reminding me, Angela, because I totally forgot when I looked at you. I was like, yes, I totally forgot. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, we actually have a horror podcast coming out to you guys, and we're actually going to be doing a small live segment. We're not too sure what's the length's going to be, but we'll probably do like a good 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes, depending how the flow goes and everything. But be sure to stay tuned for that. We will be on our Facebook Live, guys. So if you haven't followed us on Facebook, be sure to follow us on Facebook. We'll be collaborating with the Nerds Coliseum about horror films. Take your pick, and also be sure to comment on, or do an emoji and comment. What's your favorite horror film? We got a competitor. We got The Exorcist, The Ring, another 2 other film. Oh, The Shining is in there too, as well as I believe. And we're gonna compete them head to head. What's the better film? Put comments down below, and be sure to comment on our Facebook page. Thank you so much, guys. Once again, as always, I'm your host, Ryan D.
I am Angela Tacalian.
This is Alamo City Movie Talk, guys. Stay tuned, San Antonio. Have a good one. Latest.